Soundcore Q30 versus Soundcore Q45. The real question here is not which one has fancier specs on paper. It is whether the pricier Q45 actually gives you a noticeable upgrade in noise cancellation, sound, and comfort, or whether the Q30 already covers what most people need. Paying more is not always smart, and saving too much can leave you wishing you stepped up. Let's make it clear.
Noise cancellation. This is the headline difference, and the Q45 is genuinely a step ahead. The Q30 already does a solid job killing low rumble, plane engines, bus hum, the AC unit in your office. That part it nails for the money. Where it falls apart is mid-frequency stuff. Office chatter, a coworker on a call 2 desks away, kids in the next room. You still hear it. The Q45 widens the net. It handles those mid-frequencies better and adds adaptive ANC that adjusts to your environment without you fiddling with modes. Now, real talk, it's not flagship Bose or Sony territory. There's a long-time commuter opinion floating around saying the Q45 still lets train noise bleed through at moderate volume, and that lines up with what most thorough reviews suggest.
So if you live on the subway and want total silence, neither is the perfect answer. But for the daily mix of commuting, open office, and travel, the Q45 is the one that earns its keep. The Q30 is good, the Q45 is better, and you'll notice. Sound and tuning. Here things get more interesting because it's not a clean win. Both run 40mm drivers, both lean a bit bass heavy out of the box, both let you reshape everything in the app with an 8-band EQ and presets. Stock, the Q30 sounds warm and fun, with bass that bleeds into vocals if you crank it. The Q45 has a cleaner mid and a more detailed top end, especially once you turn on LDAC over a compatible Android phone. That LDAC tag is the part that gets oversold though. If you stream Spotify on default settings, you won't hear a difference. If you actually feed it high-quality files and bump streaming to max, yes, it opens up. More air, more separation. There's one detailed long-term opinion that flags a sharp treble peak on the Q45 that gets fatiguing on certain tracks until you tame it in EQ. Worth knowing. The Q30 doesn't have that issue, it's just less refined. For podcasts and casual music, the Q30 is genuinely good enough. For people who care about detail and will actually mess with you, the Q45 has more headroom to work with. Comfort. Both are built for long sessions, soft cushions, memory foam, lightweight frames. The Q30 has a slightly tighter clamp, which keeps them in place better, but can pinch glasses after a couple of hours. The Q45 has bigger ear cups, less clamp pressure, more breathing room. There's a recurring note from a daily user who falls asleep wearing the Q45 without discomfort, and another who sleeps in the Q30 just fine, because the cups are big enough to not press on piercings. Honestly, both are above average for the money. The Q45 wins for glasses wearers and bigger heads. The Q30 feels more secure if you walk around a lot. One thing to flag on both, long-term, the protein leather on the cups can start peeling after a year or two of daily wear. That's a Soundcore pattern, not a Q30 versus Q45 thing. On Bluetooth, the Q45 has 5.3 versus the Q30's 5.0, and multipoint is more stable on the newer model, less of the dropping and reconnecting drama. A stray opinion on the Q30 mentions multipoint cutting in and out during meetings, which lines up with what a few others have said. For calls, neither is a meeting room hero. Both are fine for casual phone calls, but the Q45's mic sounds slightly muffled on the other end. If you take meetings all day, look elsewhere.
Battery is basically a wash. The Q30 claims 50 hours with ANC, the Q45 the same. Both fast charge, 5 minutes for around 4 hours. You're not going to notice a real-world gap. Price and value. This is where the conversation gets honest. The Q30 sits in the budget tier and goes on sale constantly, often dropping to a price that feels almost unfair for what you get. The Q45 sits a clear step up in cost and discounts less aggressively, though it does drop during big sale events. What you're paying for with the Q45? Better ANC across more frequencies, LDAC, adaptive modes, slightly more refined sound, roomier fit, Bluetooth 5.3. What the Q30 gives you, most of the experience at a fraction of the cost, with the same battery and a tuning many people find more forgiving out of the box. Neither is a bad buy. The question is just how much of that upgrade actually matters for how you'll use them. Here's the call. For most of you watching, the Q45. The wider ANC, the roomier fit, and the cleaner top end with LDAC make it the smarter pick if you'll actually use what you're paying for. If your priority is value and you mostly fight low rumble on commutes, the Q30 is good enough for most buyers, no question. If you wear glasses or do long sessions at a desk, straight up, get the Q45. The clamp on the Q30 starts pinching. The Q30 drops constantly on sales, so if budget is tight, wait for a discount and don't look back. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Both linked below with the current price.